There has never been a man or a woman, not me, not Bill, nobody, more qualified than Hillary Clinton to serve as President of the United States of America.
Sorry to burst your bubble, American Democrats, but Hillary isn't going to be the next President of the United States. In fact, I have 5 reasons why Donald Trump is going to beat her. Would you like to hear them? Then excellent. First off, Hillary's unpopularity. Obama is right. Hillary is, if not one of, the most qualified person ever to run for President of the United States. And anybody who disputes this is frankly a fool. But inexplicably, she is hated by the American public. She's one of the most unpopular people to ever run for President of the United States. Actually, incidentally, only surpassed by Donald Trump, I believe. And this has gone back decades. There's a New Yorker article from 1996 by Henry Louis Gates, which is called Hating Hillary, where she is described as a moralistic liberal. 20 years later, she's seen as somebody who is too pragmatic and compromising in her politics. Which is it, America? Which is it? Literally, she can't win. Oh, if I stick to my guns and stay really moral, then people hate me. If I make concessions to get the work done, people hate me. If I were her, I'd have packed it all in and moved to the Bahamas a long time ago. Or Canada. Bloody love Canada. Second reason that Donald Trump is going to win the presidency is because of Obama's own popularity problem. I think that Obama is a badass, but I'm British and therefore can't cast a vote in November. But I'm less talking about Obama's popularity ratings as a person, which actually aren't that good anyway, but I'm more talking about the fact that in the US, political parties very rarely get a third term. In fact, in the last 65 years, it's only ever happened once, which was in 1988, when Ronald Reagan passed on the baton to his then Vice President, George Bush I. This is because, in those 65 years, the only person to increase their share of the vote in their second term was, you guessed it, Ronald Reagan. People wanted more of the same in 1988. This isn't the case for Obama. When he won the presidency for the first time in 2008, he got 53% of the vote. In 2012, when he was running against Mitt Romney, he only got 51%. This is not a very good sign for Hillary Clinton, who is very much selling herself as the continuity candidate, basically saying, hey, do you want a third term of Obama, just with a lady instead of a white dude? I think that she is shooting herself in the foot. The third reason that Hillary's gonna lose is her poor choice of running mate. There is a phrase in American politics when it comes to vice presidential picks, and that is do no harm. Essentially, pick the most boring, blandest person that people just won't have an opinion on, so that they don't overshadow you or cause any kerfuffle in your own campaign. Under that philosophy, Hillary Clinton chose Tim Kaine. Nobody had ever heard of, but is basically the American politics version of a Teletubby. I understand why she's done this. There's something particularly soothing about having a boring white man, middle of the road candidate in a particularly crazy year that we've got at the moment when it comes to presidential politics. But the problem for Hillary is that she had to beat this guy in order to get the nomination. And say what you want about Bernie Bros, but they put the work in. And had they chosen a more exciting candidate, Elizabeth Warren, then she would have been able to infuse Bernie's original, base and get them really riled up for the general election. And it's not really what's happening, is it? Yes, polling suggests that 85% of Bernie supporters are going to vote for Hillary in November, but they are going to do this begrudgingly. On his website, Michael Moore talks about something called the depressed voter. Yes, they're going to vote for Hillary in November, but are they going to offer up hours of their time volunteering? Are they going to make sure that dozens of people around them are going to turn out and vote on voting day? By choosing a running mate to her right and Sanders' far right, she's doused the flames of enthusiasm that any Bernie Bros could have possibly brought to her campaign. Also, his name's Tim. It's the weirdest name in the English language. Can you imagine a Tim beating a Donald Trump? Reason number 4, Trump has basically been as extreme as he can be. All he needs to do now is be vaguely presentable to the American public for the next few months. Trump came out of the gates blazing in 2015, insulting, well, everybody with an ounce of Mexican blood in them.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some I assume are good people.
He's gone on to imply that female journalists are giving him a hard time because they're on their period. He's proposed a temporary ban on Muslims entering the United States of America, and he's insulted the parents of a dead American soldier. And this is just the stuff that he's done while he's been campaigning in the last year. Despite all of this, he is at 50% in recent polling, neck and neck with Hillary Clinton. All he needs to do is to stop being really, really crazy and just become slightly crazy and talk about Hillary's emails more. It works. I mean, don't get me wrong, it shouldn't work, but it bloody works. I think that Donald Trump has already hit his peak crazy. The only thing is, I don't think that the rest of America have reached their full potential yet. My country has just been through Brexit, and about a week after my people decided to set the timer on our nation's self-destruct button, it was America's Independence Day. Cue a load of Facebook posts about how they were the original Brexit. That was really funny. So forgive me for viewing the rise of Trump with a little bit of schadenfreude as I see your country about to elect a giant toddler with a face like a tortilla with Cheez-Its rubbed on it. There are a ton of parallels between Brexit and the rise of Trump. A working class, forgotten and underrepresented by a distant political elite, unserved by globalisation and being given a chance to fuck with the system that screwed them, goaded on by a media that's fear-mongering and sensationalist. It's happening on both sides of the Atlantic, dude. This is the closest thing to a referenda that the American people have, and they want to tip over the apple cart, and don't underestimate their willingness or their enthusiasm in doing so. The scary thing is there's nothing that you can do right now. Those hearts and minds have already been lost. So who wants to move with me to Canada, eh? What do you reckon? Have I got it right? Leave a comment below. Like this video, share it, and if you like, subscribe. It's ever so fun if you do. You get to see more of me and I'm gorgeous. My name's Jazza. I have been rhyming with oranges. I will see you guys later. Toodaloo. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Ow! Don't attack me. Okay, I think, yeah, that's good. Great, thanks. That's okay. Cheers, dude.